So Fortnite have released thousands of skins over the past couple of years, so today we are going over some of the most used skins in the entire game by the players, and I can probably bet that you own at least one of these skins on the list. So first up, we're going to get straight into it with Lara Croft. Now this is actually a very popular skin, did release in Chapter 2. And over 4 million people use this skin, so it's a very popular skin in the game. And I actually didn't expect this to be on the list. I knew it definitely was a popular skin, but I didn't think it'd be one of the most popular ones in the game. Probably not as many people use it as much as they used to when it first released back in Chapter 2. But it still is a very popular skin in the game. Obviously it's a popular character as well. But yeah, it definitely is a good skin. I didn't expect it to be on this list, but I do remember when the skin did first come out, a lot of people did used to use it, and I definitely have seen a lot of people use this skin in the lobbies, so it does make sense. So the Focus skin, this one did release in Chapter 1, and over 5 million people have used this skin. It's a very popular one, seen as quite a sweaty skin in the game, and again, I wouldn't say as many people use it anymore, but definitely, probably like Chapter 2 time, it was probably at its peak of players using it. Very popular skin in the game, and yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of people use this skin in game. It's a very common one, and it doesn't really surprise me that this is on the list. Now the Surf Witch skin, this has been used by over 6 million players, and this one is also a very popular one again. A lot of the skins on this list are kind of sweaty skins, so it does make sense they are also very common skins in the game and some of the most used ones. But the Surf Witch skin, this one is also such a popular one. I've seen this one so many times in game. And yeah, this one does not surprise me at all that it is on the list. Such a common skin, and I always see people use this. Now this one probably doesn't surprise me, the Aura skin. This is probably one of the most popular skins in the game's history. Over 8 million people have used this skin, so it doesn't really surprise me. I actually own this skin as well. I did used to use it a little bit back in Chapter 2. I don't really use it much anymore, but it is definitely a popular skin. Obviously it's got a couple of different styles as well, but I think just the default main style is mainly the one used. Obviously that is quite a sweaty skin as well, so that's probably a big reason as to why people use it a lot. And I would say during Chapter 2 this skin was at its peak. If you just jumped into like a solo game, you'd see at least 10 people use this skin, especially in Arena as well. People probably used to use this skin all the time and still do, even in Chapter 4. It's one of the most used skins in the entire game. Now another skin that did release in Chapter 1 is the Nog skin. Now, the skin originally released in 2017 during Christmas, and they did finally bring it back during winter 2018, since a lot of people were asking for it to return. A lot of the Christmas skins did also return during 2018, like the gingerbread skins, crack shots, and many more. But the Nog was definitely one of the most popular ones when it did return. It did come with a back bling as well, and this was probably bought by so many players when it did come back to the item shop. And I do remember in 2018, during that Christmas when it did return, literally the lobby was full of people using the skin. Everyone was using it. Myself, I do also own the skin. And yeah, it definitely isn't as popular as it used to be. I don't really see people use it much anymore. But definitely during 2018, 2019, and maybe a bit of Chapter 2 as well, this skin has been such a popular one, and yeah, it doesn't surprise me that this is one of the most used skins. Now, another very popular skin from Chapter 2 is Midas. This is one of the most famous skins in the entire game. It did release in Chapter 2 Season 2 during a very good season, and this was obviously in the Battle Pass, and Midas is a very popular character in the storyline, and just in Fortnite in general, everyone knows who Midas is. And this one is easily one of the most used skins in the entire game. As I mentioned, it definitely peaked in Chapter 2, but you still see people use this skin very often, and yeah, this is definitely one of the most used skins over the past couple of years. And another very popular skin is of course the Peely skin. This one was in the Battle Pass during Chapter 1 Season 8, and a lot of people like to use this skin, especially the meme type of players. It's a very good skin. Obviously if you're playing like competitively, you definitely wouldn't use this, but if you're just playing for fun, the Peely skin is such a popular skin in the game. We have got other styles of the Peely, but just the original default style from the Battle Pass in Season 8. This one is one of the most used skins, and I can probably imagine most people watching this video do own the Peely skin, and if you do own it, then I can definitely bet 100% that you've used this skin quite a lot, so it does make sense why it is such a used skin in the game. It's one of the most popular ones, and yeah, it's definitely an iconic one for sure. And I don't think we could talk about the most used skins without mentioning the most used skin in the game's history. This is the superhero skin. Now, I know so many people who do own this skin. It's such a popular skin in the game. Again, another sweaty skin. It's got so many different styles, and obviously there's different variants of the superhero, but the female versions are the most popular and most used ones. Again, the styles, a lot of competitive players and sweaty players like to use these. They're kind of pay to win because you can just have a full style and it kind of blends in with the environment a little bit, so it's kind of useful in that aspect as well. But the skin did release in Chapter 2 Season 4, and over 13 million people use this skin, so it's such a popular skin in the game. And again, even in Chapter 4, it's still one of the most used skins. You always see people use this skin if you load into like a solo match. You'll come up against at least one person using it, and yeah, this is easily the most used skin. Myself, I also own this, and I can probably bet most people watching this video own this skin and have definitely used it a couple of times before, so this one doesn't surprise me to be on the list. It is a good skin with a lot of different styles, but I think people like to use this just because it is seen as quite a sweaty skin in the game. So those are the skins. Let me know in the comments down below how many of these skins do you own. Myself, I actually own most of them and have used a lot of them before, so this list definitely does make sense. And if you did enjoy the video, then don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more. And there's a load more videos on screen here. Make sure to click another one to keep on watching, and I'll see you over there.